It's a hard day's work on the road under the scorching heat of northern Kenya. These young men are completing the construction of a road which 10 years ago was a pipe dream, one that communities here never imagined will ever come to pass. The level of road development along the Isiolo-Moyale Corridor is unbelievable given the stark contrast of what it once was. Meandering through the plains and hills of Isiolo all the way to Moyale is a world-class tarmac road running 503 kilometers.
The road condition was terrible, and this was manifested in the travel times. To get from Moyale to Isiolo, one would have to take 2 days. But currently, as we speak, within 5 hours maximum, you should be in Isiolo.
The African Development Bank, AFDB, a premier development finance institution, takes credit for financing a major part of the road's construction, pumping $400 million, which is 85% of the total cost into the project. Infrastructure is AFDB's main preoccupation in East Africa, with the bank being involved in multiple infrastructural projects throughout the region.
We have a AAA rating by the major credit rating agencies. That help us mobilize resources from the financial market at low cost and reinvest those resources in development projects across Africa.
The construction of the highway from Isiolo to Moyale was divided into 4 phases with 2 major financiers, the AFDB and the European Union. AFDB funded construction of 136 kilometers from Isiolo to Merile and 243 kilometers from Marsabit to Moyale.
For the purpose of implementation, this road has been divided into 4 lots, and 3 of those 4 lots have been financed by the African Development Bank.
The area surrounding Isiolo to Moyale is part of Kenya's arid and semi-arid lands, historically marginalized, with little or no development in sight. AFDB prioritizes the financing of projects that facilitate economic and societal integration, which is already being witnessed in the region.
We don't just build roads. It's not about the tarmac and the brick and mortar. We build roads that transform economies, that transform lives. And this is a very good example where a region that was hitherto not integrated has now been transformed. Lives are being transformed, economies are being transformed. Therefore, the road is a platform, a vehicle through which this transformation takes place.
Once secluded, the county is fast waking up to a new reality, one that brings promise of economic prosperity and integration of the communities with the rest of the country and beyond.
This is an old dream of many African leaders, past and present, to connect Africa by road from Cairo to Cape Town, going north and south. So this is a key element, a key component of this road. The road is also part of the NEPAD transport program, which included the infrastructure action plan. By building this road, we are now connecting it Kenya to Tanzania, which connects Tanzania to Zambia and all the way down to Cape Town, and going north to Ethiopia, Sudan, and on to Egypt.
The main economic activity in this region is livestock keeping. Over the years, livestock traders have had to contend with deplorable road conditions while transporting their animals to market towns.
Even the livestock farmers, that is taking the animals to Kenya Meat Commission, was an issue. But now it's very easy. You can just do it within 1 or 2 days. You are in Athi River, you have done what you want, and the next day you are back.
Tereni tulikuwa tunalala kukuja na nika distance kidogo tu, lakini vile barabara ni mbaya, inakusumbua sana juu gari kupasua miguu mpaka unalala hata kwa barabara. Lakini saa hii naona tunakuja tu asubuhi moja tunanunua na tunarundi.
At a local butchery, Godana Iya recounts the progress his business has made as a result of faster and more reliable transportation.
Customer wengi wanakuja hata kutoka Isiolo, mahali kama Torbi, wanatumia hii town, wanakuja paka hapa, wananunua hapa, wanafika mapema. Mbeleni kazi ni kidogo, customer ni kidogo, nyama na chelewonga solota. Saa hii nyama nakuja mapema, mpaka nikaandika watu wawili, moja cleaner, moja mwili anakatakata na kupeleka nyama order.
Socio-economic changes continue to impact the lives of ordinary members of the community, improving not only their economic fortunes, but also changing their very way of life for the better. In a small village in Logologo, a mother is preparing a meal for her family. Foods never found here before are now accessible, and meals can include more nutritious ingredients.
Kwa wakati huu sasa kuna mambo mingi ya mboga. Mboga iko karibu nyumbani, na kuna watu wengi hata wamefungua kioski ya mboga. Wamama siku hizi hawapoteshi wakati yao, kwa sababu mbeleni wamama walikuwa wanakaa nyumbani, hawakuwa wakifanya hata biashara. Lakini tangu hii barabara, saa hii kuna mboga kwa wingi, sukuma wiki, nyanya, ndizi, tunapikia watoto wetu. Kwa hivyo hii barabara imetuletea faida kubwa sana.
The Kenya National Highways Authority, Kenha, played a pinnacle role in ensuring implementation of the project within the set standards, timelines and budget.
Through the support of development partners, that is ADB and also European Union, then we are able to make sure at least resources are flowing, and as long as resources are flowing, then and you have good management on the ground, you would not expect to have a lot of issues.
The road, described as A-class, meets the highest international standards and is easily the best road in Kenya today.
Yes, the road is excellent. It's a beautiful world-class kind of road.
Quality is everything. Unless we produce something of quality as per the set specification standards, the procedure which was used in the project was something which was accepted internationally as a normal procedure. All the necessary mechanism to make sure that things are done as per quality was included as part of the contract. The laboratory facilities, the team of experts, mobile laboratories.
This being a dry area, the contractors had to dig wells at strategic points along the construction path to supply water. Today, these wells continue to benefit the community here, whose livestock are now assured of drinking water in and out of season.
The problem which the project was facing was shortage of water in the project area. This was the case starting from phase 1 of the project. But what Kenha did was, as lesson learned from phase 1, even before the contractor has mobilized to the project site, Kenha has dug water wells, which are going to be used by the project and finally handed over to the local community.
Heading down to Moyale, the border is bustling with activity. The highway meets an ultra-modern one-stop border post that is set to boost trading between Kenya and Ethiopia. In fact, the highway corridor will be linking the port of Mombasa to Addis Ababa.
The border post again in Moyale, which again has brought in influx for many people, and again the efficiency in which you can be able to clear goods going to and from Ethiopia.
I want to say that what was critical in this project was the coordination between Kenya and Ethiopia. The two governments formed a joint technical committee to oversee the construction of this project. And periodically we have held several meetings to make key decisions, which included the designs and especially where the two roads meet at Moyale town. This technical committee also was critical in coming up with the relevant designs for the border post at Moyale.
Now Marsabit town is getting fresh produce from Meru. So you can buy vegetables at Meru. When you go to the shops, the price of commodities has significantly reduced.
The African Development Bank prides itself as a trusted partner for Kenya, currently involved in the financing of other road projects in Isebania Ahero, Nairobi's Outer Ring Road, and the Mombasa-Mariakani dual link. Granted, concerns on whether these mega roads will be maintained to ensure their benefit future abound.
Performance-based performance-based maintenance, and that means we give you a road to maintain for about 3-4 years. So at any given time, when you see any small kind of defects, you should be able to correct it and put it in place within the shortest time possible. So I want to assure again the public that these roads will be well maintained, and we should be able to last on the, what you call the time which is expected actually to last 15 to 25 years.
This is a county I consider the next economic frontiers of Kenya. Today, as the sitting governor, I see a tarmac all the way from Isiolo to Moyale. For me, is a very interesting dream that I never imagined one day there will be a tarmac between Isiolo and Moyale.